Hi there, welcome back. This is Charles.
Hi, this is Newman.
And we're at early April 1863. Let me just take you through basically what happened. I'm sure you guys are all wondering about the situation in Vicksburg.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's exactly like history, basically. Here's the battle. I had sent the corps down there, and 2 corps were engaged. We lost to Grant. Being outnumbered by 2 to 1, looks like they sort of captured a cavalry regiment as well. No national morale loss, but you see there casualties a little heavier on the Confederate side. Of course, the big news is Grant has now taken control. He's now basically in control of the southern Vicksburg location, and Forney and Smith are streaming back to Vicksburg. They're only 1 day away. This should sound familiar to you because that's what happened in history. Now, after all that talk last time about not going into the forts, what are we going to do this time?
Right, going into the fort. Now, just to bring it back, so last time we expected we created like a front with 3 different corps.
I mean, I wanted to get control of this, set up defenses.
So you weren't expecting him to come across the river?
Well, we were, but he's fast. I mean, Grant was moving. Okay. Yeah, basically we sort of got there at the same time, and then the battle happened, and we lost the battle. Okay, what are we going to do now? We have no choice. But basically, at this point, it's just like in history. It's either go in the forts and hold out as long as supplies last, or give them Vicksburg and hand over what's left of the Mississippi. Those are the 2 choices.
Then that was the historic choices. That's the choice that you're forced with now.
Exactly. We're going to go in the forts.
Going in the fort.
We could meet him in open field of battle again, but now we have no defensive positions. He's in control.
And you just lost that battle, so your dudes have got.
They're tired. I mean, they're already streaming back to Vicksburg. Yeah. I mean, so there's really nothing we can do with them. They're 1 day away. I have them on avoid battle, basically, so hopefully they can make it. They're also set to go into the fort once they get there. Let's take a look at the situation. Okay. So we built a fort. We had built it. I mean, they had built it in the past. They're at level 4 entrenchment, so it's a decent size. And we got about 7,000 men there. So with these guys, that's going to be 13,000. So we're going to have about 20,000 men left. Now, I've made a bit of a change. Talking about Pemberton, he'd been a Pennsylvania man. He doesn't have a lot of high regard in the Confederacy. So I've relieved him of command. Johnston's arrived. I've clarified the command structure. Johnston is now in charge of the Army, and Pemberton's going to be his corps commander. Right. At the end of the day, Johnston's a better Army commander, and he's going to be able to improve our corps commander's abilities. Okay. Johnston is going to take up a position here in Meridian. Union's moving south with cavalry force, and looks like a couple divisions or 2. And we're going to basically, we talked about sending some reinforcements to Vicksburg. Those reinforcements are now going to go to Meridian. Mainly because we do have some supply in Vicksburg, and we create some supply, but it wouldn't be enough to handle the additional reinforcements going there. Basically, our men would starve sooner, and that's not what we want. And I'm pretty confident that 20,000 men can hold out for there, at least for hopefully at least July 4th, like historically. Okay, so Johnston's going to go and take out the position up in Meridian, and he'll have at the end of the day, he's probably going to have about, you can sort of see all these dots coming in, and he'll probably have about 7,000 or 8,000 men there, and hopefully they'll get there before.
Right, so that's what you're worried about. This.
Yeah.
But that's only a small cavalry unit.
Yeah, but look right here. Oh, it's coming in behind, and they have control of the railroad here. Jeez. So we need to get there, and I'll tell you, it's hard as the Confederacy at 1863. I'm really already feeling the pressure, and we're only one turn into it. Just a quick note here. In Texas, we're going to start sending these supply wagons east. There's just really nothing going on in Texas right now. And nothing's happened here in South Carolina and North Carolina.
Okay.
A couple interesting things here in Tennessee. I'm going to send Wheeler's cavalry. He's very good at offense. And basically, I'm hoping he's going to arrive in Corinth on day 9, defeat these guys or capture them, and take control of the depot. Get in behind the rear of the supply line here. Take control of the depot. We'll see what happens. Maybe destroy it next time. So I have them on assault. They need to take the depot.
Is that a big enough force?
It's 8,000 cavalrymen.
Whoa.
So
man,
they got a couple of batteries too, 32 cannon. Bragg and Hardy will hold there. Morgan's small cavalry regiment will go into the rear here of the Union, and I'm going to send a supply wagon back to get resupplied because it's out. And one of our big issues is we don't have any railroad or river transport capacity. We don't have the war supply, the equipment, the iron, basically the supplies we need to be able to maintain our ships and railroads. And so we're barely able to move things around, essentially. So it's difficult. Okay, so the last thing to look at is Virginia. What happened was Longstreet arrived here, and then Meade's 5th Corps came in, and Longstreet retreated. So we basically lost Culpeper. And now what that does is it's gonna change our front. So it's gonna still be Fredericksburg, it'll still be Albemarle, and now Charlottesville will be the left flank. Lee on the right flank, Longstreet's gonna hold the center, Stewart's gonna take out the left flank. The men of the valley will be rallying in Charlottesville. I'm also sending one of Longstreet's partial division, General Hood, a Texan man, to get there in day 1. Stewart will come and arrive in day 3. Okay, so this is going to be our front. Lee, Longstreet, Stewart, about 10. He's got 16,000 men there, 15,000 men here, and he's probably going to get to about 11,000, 12,000 men here. Now, it's risky, but we need to do something. So we're going to send Jackson basically on the Suffolk-Norfolk mission. He's going to ride in Suffolk. That's day 11, and then he's on all-out attack, and then he'll hopefully continue on to Norfolk if he can push them back or capture part of this Union force. Okay, historically, what was Longstreet doing down here, Newman?
This is the quiz part of the show.
Quiz part.
Oh dear. This is also the part where I don't know.
Well, here's what happened. So historically, when the game started, Longstreet was here, and he was on this sort of Suffolk, Eastern North Carolina mission. Longstreet's corps. So at the Battle of Chancellorsville, historically, Longstreet missed it. He was down there on this other campaign. No battles really happened. They saw the fortifications. They decided not to do anything, and then eventually they joined back up. So we've taken Longstreet away in an attempt to set up that front in Virginia, and now we're going to basically send Jackson down to go after them. So it's a bit. We'll see if we can catch the Union off guard and thinking, okay, well, we've abandoned the front, and now we're going to go back and hit it. And of course, the question is, in an actual battle, is this front going to hold? It did historically at Chancellorsville, with one corps being away, because Longstreet's corps is missing. So basically, I've swapped Longstreet and Jackson. Jackson's a little better offense. He's going in there with 25,000 men. So that's a decent-sized force. We don't exactly know what's there, but it looks like there are about 2 divisions. We have 3 very solid divisions, well commanded.
And what's their entrenchment level? It looks pretty.
Looks like level 4. Yeah. But the weather's good. It's fair. It's fair at both. So we're going to go in and hopefully catch them. Now, how are we going to spend our money?
Let's do it.
We have plenty of money and conscripts, no war supply. Basically, I have really no choice but to spend it on railroads and a little bit of river.
Because that doesn't take war supply.
It does. We need it. We need it. Now, we do have a couple of brigs on the way. They're going to arrive there this time, and these guys are already arrived. So we'll start to be able to our blockade runners will bring in a little bit of war supply from now on. Yeah, that's about it. So we had one battle. We lost. A couple interesting things. We did get an Indian unit in the Southwest. The Confederacy really courted the Native Americans at the time. We talked. I mentioned General Waddy reinforced here. Oh, by the way, this is a huge force. General Curtis, the Union Army by General Curtis, it outnumbers us really 5-1. The only thing that's holding us is that there's this river in the way, and it's difficult to cross. National Day of Prayer, that kind of motivates our people a little bit. Food rights in Richmond, people were starting to get upset over the situation. Those are the main highlights. Okay, so we'll wait the Union turn, and we'll see what happens. We have a lot right on this. It's early, but the Confederacy needs to do something to kind of get the situation going. We're hoping Jackson's going to take Suffolk and on the way to Norfolk. We're hoping Corinth will be captured, and we're hoping to make it into the Vicksburg fort in time and hold Meridian.
Against these guys,
By the way, we're abandoning Jackson. We're going to blow the depot, and I'm evacuating the town. There's no way to hold it. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Newman, any questions?
That's it, man. No. I think that's. I'm excited to see what happens. I wonder. I mean, do you have an idea as far as Vicksburg? I mean,
if I were the Union, I think he's probably going to go for Jackson.
I mean, are you hoping to?
Well, historically, Grant went and took Jackson, and then he swung back around. So we'll see. I mean, what am I hoping for? I'm hoping they just leave us alone. As General Lee said, let us eat our bread in peace.
All right, that sounds good.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
We'll see you.